In this video, I want to share with you my 10 lessons / mistakes that I have done in the past 2.5 years of doing dropshipping. So before we start, I just want to quickly show you the back end of my Shopify just to give you some proof that I know what I'm talking about. So in the past 1.5 years, this particular store that I work on every single day, citycaps.co, has done $52,500 in revenue. Now, if you ask me what is the profit margin is about 20%. Now, it hasn't been always 20%. Sometimes it's been more, sometimes I've been in a negative, right? And as I'm going to show you in this video, I have done a lot of mistakes. And only recently, in the last half a year or so, you can see that the revenue and the profits have become consistent. So by no means I'm doing crazy numbers such as millions and millions to see other dropshipping people here on YouTube, but I did figure out something and I would like to share my mistakes and my lessons that I have learned so far, so hopefully you don't have to learn them as well. All right, so the first lesson is it's cheaper to retain a customer than to acquire a new one. Now, what this basically means is that it is much cheaper to get an existing customer to buy from you again if your business is correctly positioned, because it is much more expensive to acquire new customers. However, in order for your business to grow, you need to acquire new customers. But if you want to have consistent profits, you need to make sure that you have the structure and the systems in place in order to get your customers to buy a second time. And this leads us to a very, very important thing. In order to get customers to buy from you again and again, they need to be satisfied and happy with your business, with your product or service. And in order for you to do that, you need to make sure that from day one, your products, your offer, whatever you're offering to the customer is top notch, right? The shipping is fast. The quality of the products is good. And once you reach out to him and you say, hey, listen, would you like to buy from us again? The customer is going to be more likely to say yes. And from that second sale onward, that is when you make your profits. The second lesson is that unexpected things happen and you will only find out once you start. I see a lot of people on YouTube looking to start dropshipping, right? But they're hesitant because they want to research everything in advance. They want to make sure that they don't make any mistakes. And I completely understand that because I've been in that position 2.5 years ago. But at one point, once you have enough information, you need to pull the trigger and you need to start doing it, because you won't be able to figure out everything until you actually start doing it, because unexpected things will happen and you will need to deal with them as you go along. The third lesson is that dropshipping is a fulfillment method and e-commerce is the business you are in. So I see a lot of people talk about dropshipping as it is an actual business, but the actual business is e-commerce. And this is very important because this frames your mindset. If you think of dropshipping as the actual business, you are not going to go too far, in my opinion. You need to treat e-commerce as the actual business and then drop shipping as the fulfillment model, because to be honest with you, that's what it is, right? You are selling things online, right? That's the business, but then the way you deliver the product to the customer, that is the drop shipping, right? That is the fulfillment method. Lesson number 4 is that you need to treat drop shipping as a serious business and not as a get-rich scheme. I understand that a lot of people stumble upon drop shipping when they Google or when they research how to make money online fast. But in order for you to succeed with dropshipping, you need to understand that this is a business just like any other business. And in order for you to grow, in order to have consistent profit and not just, turn over hot products, you need to reinvest money. You need to learn a lot of things. And there is a very steep learning curve. So in order for you to succeed with dropshipping and e-commerce in general, you need to be committed to it. You need to say to yourself, okay, you know what? This is exactly what I want to do for the next 20, 30, 40 years, right? And only then will you kind of shift your mindset and you will start to structure your business from day one in order for it to succeed. You're not going to be focused on just creating a small little website, finding a hot product, running some Facebook ads, turning it over, right? And then your business is done. You are going to be focused on the branding, on the customer loyalty, customer retention, lifetime value, repeat customer rates. These are the things that are important. Lesson number 5, don't focus on hot products. Instead, choose a niche and dominate it. So this is very important because I've been there and I know a lot of people are there in this position, and this is because a lot of people on YouTube talk about this. And what do they talk about? You need to find a hot winning product, throw up a website, throw some ads, and you're going to become a millionaire. But the thing is, it is kind of true that some products, some designs are more likely to sell than other ones. However, what you want to focus on is you want to first focus on choosing a niche and dominating it. And the second thing you want to focus upon is you want to focus on your customers, because if you keep your customers happy, you will be able to sell them again and again. And as I said earlier, repeat customer rate is one of the most important metrics, because making profit on the front end, right? By front end, I mean is making from the first sale, is very hard in e-commerce. But making profit the second and the third time is much more easier. So don't focus on the hot products. Instead, choose a niche. Number 6, and it kind of comes back from the 5th point, is that customer satisfaction needs to be your primary focus. And I can't stress this enough. If you don't believe me, that's okay. Just Google or search on YouTube Jeff Bezos interview and listen what he determines to be the most important factor of Amazon success. And over he repeats himself that from day one, Amazon was obsessively focused on making sure that every customer is satisfied. People were making fun of Amazon because he was selling $1 bills for 80 cents. But he knew something that other people didn't understand at that point, was that if you focus on the customer right now, he is going to become loyal and he's going to start coming back to the business more and more and more. You want to focus on the customer relentlessly. You want to be obsessed with making sure that the customer is satisfied. You want to make sure that the product gets to him fast. Right away, that cancels the AliExpress shipping, right? Now you need to find new methods. The second thing you want to do is that the product is of great quality. A lot of times, if you're shipping from China or if you're shipping from AliExpress, you cannot control the product quality. So think about customer satisfaction when you're going to be planning and structuring your business. Number 7, why is your offer/product valuable? When I was first starting out dropshipping, I was thinking to myself, why would anyone buy from my website when they can buy the same exact products from Amazon with faster shipping and cheaper? And then, I learned that, people are impulsive, if they see something, they're just gonna buy it. However, if you want to build a sustainable business, right? As I said, with repeat customer rate, and I'm repeating myself here, but I can't stress this enough. You need to really sit down and think to yourself, okay, what is the actual value that I'm adding, right? Because if you read the laws of economics, you can quickly see that the more value you add to something, right, to the market, the more you are going to get paid. So remember this, it's very, very important. The more value you add, the more you're going to get paid. Number 8, from day one, focus on building an asset that you can sell later on down the line. So if you take a look at some of the most successful people, and we take, for example, Mark Cuban, he has made his fortune by exiting or by selling his company, right, and making a big lump of money. And that's how fortunes are made, right? People create an asset, then they sell it at once, and they make a lot of money at once. Now, if we talk about drop shipping, and if we take the classical approach to drop shipping, where you just take, a hot product, you run some ads to it, you make some quick cash, and then the demand for the product fades away and your business dies. Well, let me ask you, do you have an asset? And the answer to that is that no, you don't really have an asset. Now, what is an asset? An asset is your customer list, right? How many emails you have? What is your repeat customer rate? What is your lifetime value? So once you attract a customer to your business, how much on average does that customer spend with your business throughout his lifetime? Your social media accounts. And if you are serious about making money with dropshipping, I think that it is much wiser to focus on the long term, right, on selling the asset, rather than just turning over a quick, hot product right here and right now. Number 9, put forth new hypotheses and test them. You won't know what the market really wants until you try. So this is actually a dilemma that I'm facing right now, because right now I am starting a new business and I'm thinking to myself, oh, should I do this, right? Or should I do that? And the thing is that I won't really know until I try. Because when I try, that's when I'm going to get the feedback from the market. Because I can think to myself, I like red more than I like green. But the market, doesn't care if I like red or if I like green. If the market says that it likes blue, then I should make my things blue, because that's what's going to sell. And as they say, you can be right or you can be rich. And I prefer to be rich than right. Number 10, making mistakes is an inevitable part of progress. You need to make mistakes in order to learn what works and what doesn't. You hear this a lot. People talk about how you need to make mistakes, but this is actually true. And I didn't really understand this concept until I started to learn from my mistakes, because the only way for us to learn is from either our own mistakes or to learn the mistakes from others. Now, it's much cheaper to learn from the mistakes of others. However, when you actually get down to business and you get to do practical things in action, you are going to make mistakes inevitably, because you don't know what you're doing. And until you don't know what you're doing, you are going to make mistakes. So in order for you to learn and progress, in order to, get through that steep learning curve with dropshipping, you need to make mistakes. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. And if you are making mistakes, make sure you're learning fast. The faster you learn from your mistakes, the faster you're going to move forward. Let me know down in the comment section below which lesson you found the most valuable for you. Also, if you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you want to hear more from me, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one.